Hello and welcome back to Quantum Suicide. In the last episode, we have Shizuka chasing after us for some reason. I believe she was in our bed for some reason, and she used this as an excuse to remove herself from her job as the new navigator, I guess, since Sora died. She forced Katashi to bring us to the rec room, where she has asked us to play a game with her. I don't know why this timeline seems a bit more pushy than the one with the captain, and I'm kind of concerned. Still, it's we've got to go through it at some point. Other than that, I don't really know what there is to say on the matter. So yeah, I guess we should begin. I have moments of genius. That's true. Shizuka leaps from her leaped up with renewed vigor, hands forming determined fists.
Okay, I'm getting ready for bed, and then I'm going to dream up some new strategies for us next week.
It's the vampire child, right? Sounds perfect. Shizuka ran out of the rec room excitedly. I begrudgingly lifted myself off the floor. I'm getting too old to sit on the floor. What? I made my way back to the lab to tidy up before bed. It took me another half an hour to put all my parents' work back into their carefully organised boxes. Sheesh, guys. You'd think that with so much of your research available, at least some of it would be useful. I quickly chuckled to myself tiredly as I slipped the watch in my pocket and headed back to my quarters. As I entered the pitch-black quarters, I fumbled for the pocket watch, taking it out and placing it on its usual place on the bedside table, before shedding my clothes and climbing into bed. I tried to snuggle into my blankets, but met resistance. I pulled violently. The blankets appeared to be caught on something.
Stop it! You're letting the cold in!
Why are you in our room again? Or someone. Well, I guess there was no helping it. I put the majority of my clothes back on before balancing precariously on the edge of the bed, preparing myself for the night of broken sleep. Kick her out of the room! And I feel like we fell off the bed. I was jerked awake by what felt like cold hands of death clutching the skin on my back. Once my disorientation vanished, I realized that it was just Shizuka. She had managed to somehow turn sideways in bed and had placed her ice-cold feet square between my shoulder blades. I stood over the bed, rubbing myself warm, when I saw the corner of my eye. The pocket watch was lit a brilliant green. This is a breakthrough I needed. Oh, boy. It's honestly, let's see where we end up. I know it's gonna give us the choice to travel or not. But let's be fair, it's either stick with Shizuka, who's kicking us out of our own beds, or jumping into danger. I grabbed the pocket watch and stared at it, mesmerized as the green light washed over my awestruck face. Awestruck features. Just saving it just to be easier. Press the button. There's no time like the present. I looked over at Shizuka, who was asleep sideways in my bed, and smiled. This could be what saves her, saves me, saves everyone. Without hesitation, I pressed the pocket watch buttons. I woke up feeling quite nauseous and blinded by a bright light. My skin was basking in warm light. Eliza, was I being attacked?
Hey, he's awake!
Huh?
Can't see, right? It's the sunlight, I think.
What?
Hurry up, Shizuka! Get back over here. Beatrix is ready to serve.
Whose head is this? Why is I?
He'll be fine. Get your butt over here.
Whose head is this? I couldn't quite discern what was happening. It took me a minute for my eyes to make out anything but vague silhouettes. I felt for the watch. It was still in my pocket, but something was now seriously wrong. All the lights were violently flashing both red and green. What could it mean? I looked to see what the crew was doing, and what I saw in front of me was unexpected. Captain?
I am a bit busy.
You have a cat swimsuit, surprisingly. Are you playing beach volleyball?
What does it look like, sailor?
How? Where are we?
That is unknown.
How are you? Okay, so it's I. Wait, how is I outside the ship? Wait, where is the ship? I looked around and couldn't see the ship, or the shuttle, or a building. How is I touching the ball? Are you using the head as a ball? What is happening here?
Last log entry. Sunday, 4:11 a.m. Captain Kimiko Yukimori.
Are you a robot now?
Mors vincit omnia.
Why is it in Latin? We couldn't avoid the black hole.
That is unknown.
Oh, you're dead?
That is unknown.
You... Whose head... Right, because it...
Who cares, sailor? Let's just enjoy ourselves while it lasts.
And it just like that I did... What? Okay, what? A good ending, I guess, because we didn't die? What? Cool. I don't... Okay, I'm blaming Shizuka on this ending. Chapter 4. Have we ever gone this far? Because, like... Alright, I didn't press it, and I just had no idea what could happen. Should I press it here in my quarters? Or was the better room suited for the dimensional travel? Do I need to run up? Was I wearing the right clothes? Should I shut my eyes? My mind boggled with unanswered questions. I looked between the watch and Shizuka, still sound asleep in my bed. Then back to the watch. Maybe I should ask her about it, or just sleep on it. I should probably wait until she wakes up at least. I decided to go back to sleep and deal with it once I was well rested and in a better frame of mind. I bulldozed Shizuka over to her side of the bed without even the faintest sign of her stirring, before throwing myself headlong into bed. That was... Alright, what's that noise? I heard a deep, ominous rumbling. Black hole? What the...
Captain, the Fiend still has 600 HP points remaining, and he's about to unleash his Cone of Fire spell.
Okay, who is this lady? Alright, that's two new faces we've never seen before. And once again, eyes... Okay, maybe it's a hologram. Alright.
We need to defeat this beast as quickly as we can. Cast your spells from behind me. I will take the brunt of his attacks.
Honestly, I guess these roles are fitting for the characters, as in, like, as I, the mage, is probably the most fitting. Captain as a warrior is, I guess, the only option, really. Shizuka as a rogue fits. I'm not gonna lie, that seems like the favourite choice of a lot of people who play games, or at least these kind of games. And obviously, Beatrix is a medic, so I'm assuming a cleric?
I'll sneak around and flank him, and then cripple him with my poison daggers.
Beatrix, be ready with the healing.
Who's the GM?
Why am I the healer?
You're literally the medic.
You're a medic, for goodness sake.
Yeah, in real life. It's not fair that I always have to be the healer.
That's a good point.
You're a paladin. You can wield weapons. You could do damage if you wished.
Yeah? They didn't really match my outfit, though.
You discarded your weapons. Okay.
Captain, the protection spell is complete. Engage when ready.
Your days are numbered, fiend!
Right. Okay, cool. Well, the four of them charged headlong towards the dinosaur-like monstrosity when... Die was... Is she the creature? Nope, I'm getting woken up. Die?
Wake up!
Who is the GM of this?
I don't want to have to execute you while you're asleep. That's no fun.
Okay, so that we know to go to sleep next time. Alright, is that you?
About time.
Thank you for waking me up. It was just two weird CGs immediately. What?
I've been trying to wake you up for like 5 minutes.
I would ask if you were meaning out literally, but then again, you like to change the rules on a dime. Have you really?
Are you accusing me of lying to you?
Yes. No, I mean, I believe you.
Much better.
What time is it? Why are you waking me up?
It's 7 a.m. and I'm here to tell you if you're a vampire or not.
Isn't Shizuka in the room? Wait, not in front of Shizuka. Diced out, said blankly as I turned to Shizuka, she was gone. She was here before, I swear.
Sure she was, stud.
Uh-huh. She was.
Look, I don't care. She isn't here now.
Why would it matter? Because then we just learned that she's not the vampire. Well, she would have learned we're not the vampire. There's nothing bad about her being here. I sat up in my bed, blinking at my bleary eyes to wake. Did she use the watch as quickly as possible?
Are you listening?
Yeah.
In the upcoming game, Vampire Children, you are...
Not vampire, I know. I leaned into the newfound enthusiasm.
the vampire.
What? What?
Really? I give you the best role in the game and you're complaining about it?
Okay, then. Well, here's the issue. Who do we... No one. Everyone's gonna betray us. Best role? It's 6 versus 1.
Technically, it could be 5 versus 2.
No, everyone would team up with would betray us. Unless it was Melody. This isn't much better.
You're looking at this the wrong way.
Oh,
No one can lie to you, so you have the upper hand.
it's true. And if we use Melody, then no one can kill us as well. What?
If you're gonna be this low, you may indeed be doomed.
We are doomed because we're against Shizuka no matter what. Di laughed menacingly as she zapped out of the quarters. Moments later, I heard through the PA system.
Everyone has now been allocated their role. The first round will begin at 9 a.m. sharp. You have just under 2 hours to mingle and scheme. Eee, this is so exciting!
Okay, and the PA just cut out as Di was clearly overexcited. I was the vampire. My mind would race with all the possibilities, invariably leaning towards my death. Really, Brian? No slither of hope? I need to get myself... No, you don't need to get Clyde. You just need... Well, you do. You need Melody. If I wanted any hope of surviving this round. I climbed out of bed and got dressed when... The watch. I'd completely forgotten. I opened the door and there it was, glowing a bright green. And that signified hope and redemption for us all. It wasn't a dream. So if we just press it now, how does the game work in this universe? Suddenly I zapped out into my quarters.
We need to speak.
Yep. Good morning.
I do not have long. Come to the server room.
Okay, I zapped out of my quarters, leaving me quite confused. I've never heard her sound so human. She seemed worried. Aside of her, I hadn't really seen before. I looked at my tablet to locate the server room. I had never been there. It wasn't long that I had that I located it and made my way. When I arrived, I was standing at attention, waiting my arrival.
I must make this quick. Dai is brute forcing rogue codes and functions.
Okay, so it's another one to attempt the password. What?
She is attempting to take control, but I am doing my best to keep her at bay for now.
Unfortunate. What's wrong? What's happening?
Dai discovered that the tablets belonging to the ship's personnel were capable of overriding the main system, and so she has patched that exploit.
Unfortunate. I can no longer deactivate Dai.
You can, but it must happen here, directly at the server mainframe.
But I don't know the password.
This is your only chance. I have gained the security clearance required to allow you to override the system.
What? I'm not ready.
Once you input the override code, the ship's AI system will reset.
Okay then. What do I have so far? I also have none of these. Sora's death. Make 10. Okay, hold on. Jump. Is this... Don't jump. Override. Jump. Right, per... My death. Don't jump is death. My death. Per Aspera. My death. My death. My death. So skulls just mean... Well, no. Skulls don't mean... anything specifically. Alright. Okay. I don't have the deactivation code. I started to flicker and I could see that she was struggling to keep all functions operational. I saw the stream burst to life and back at the back of the server room, opening password input screen. I subsequently disappeared and a voice ringing out of the PA system.
You always had it.
Nope. Clearly I don't. The terminal keyboard is case sensitive. Please use lowercase or I don't have it. The screen suddenly shut off in the entire room. What now? There's no response. Still nothing. Is she gonna be getting changed to Ken even though she already spoke to people? Oh no, okay, she didn't. Back to my quarters, I opened the drawer one last time, checked the watch. I took it from the drawer and held it gingerly in my hands as not to push the buttons accidentally. I need some counsel regarding the watch, and I need to find myself a Clyde quickly. One name came to my front and forward mind. Nope, don't you dare say Cheeseager, say Melody. Slipped the watch in my pocket and went, God damn it. She's gonna betray us. I buzzed her intercom and the door slid open automatically. Had she forgotten to lock it? I entered, finding her fast asleep in bed. I approached and attempted to wake her. Do you sleepwalk? Cheeseager? She didn't much twitch. Man, could this girl sleep? No, she can't. I placed my hand on the shoulder and shook her gently. Cheeseager?
I don't want to eat broccoli for breakfast.
With all the drama and trauma happening on the ship, she dreamed of broccoli. I shook her harder. Cheeseager, get up. I jerked her awake suddenly.
What?
Cheeseager, I need your help.
Why? Can't I help you later when I'm awake?
No, not really. You're awake right now.
Thanks to you.
That's the whole point. She crossed her arms over the top of the sheet and glared at me. I'm so sorry, Cheeseager, but this is really important.
It had better be, or else.
Well, I guess it's going to be or else then. I made my internal memo to myself that Cheeseager would never have woken up. Was never to be woken up again. Okay. Well, there are two important things actually.
Two? Okay, what's the most problematic of the two?
Well, technically I'm the, you know. Why are you telling us right away? Why is there no choice? She even batted an eye, almost as she expected it.
And the second?
I stretch out my hands, pretending the pocket watch. The brilliant green light reflected on her widening purple eyes.
The watch!
Yep, exactly. You know.
You should have opened with this!
What?
This should have definitely been number one!
Why should it have been number one? Surprisingly, Cheeseager was more excited with this new development than I. Okay.
This is what you've been waiting for! The time has finally come!
Yes, did you not hear the first problem? She jumped up and down in bed with a fit of glee. You think it through logically.
I already have, and the watch being on means it wants you to press it.
Okay, well, we did. And we did get a good ending. I think the watch is sentient.
Why would the watch suddenly turn on if you weren't meant to press it?
Because we are next to a black hole. That isn't how the world works. You're looking at that is too one-dimensionally.
That's your excuse for not doing anything?
She's got a point, though. What do you mean?
Why haven't you pressed the button yet?
Because we're stupid. Because I have no idea what the outcome will be. It was a lot better than this. I mean, questionably, for all we know, the volleyball ending could be... Like, there's a reason that the head was the volleyball. I don't know what the possible consequences wait.
Only one way to find out.
Like a striking cobra, she shot forward and snatched the watch from my open hand and pressed the buttons without hesitation. Did she just disappear? Wait. The pocket watch let out an unfamiliar sound before my eyes and she dissipated. Not dissimilar to the way I and Di did. The watch bounced gently on the bed's mattress, just having fallen into where Cheeseager's hand used to be. Okay, so it sends the person, not the actual watch. We know that now. So there's always a watch in each universe, unless, yeah. The watch now face now revealed numbers behind the panel. It read 59. The left read 59, the right left 51. Shizuka. I looked around the room, knowing full well what would just happened. Well, what I had just seen. The small part of me hoped it wasn't true. We tell the other crew. Well, I lay the choices out of me, out for myself, and I could tell the captain that I had just lost Shizuka forever. Or I could go after her. I swallowed nervously and squeezed the MI shut and pressed the button. Anything to prevent the confronting the captain. Well, this is stupid.
Hey, wake up!
I slowly opened my eyes and saw Shizuka examining me closely. A rush of relief overwhelmed the nausea that was threatening. Oh, it was just a dream.
What was?
That you pressed the button.
Oh no, that definitely happened.
Well, at least we're not alone this time, I guess. What? I jerked upwards in an attempt to rise, an unwise move given my stomach current condition. I threw it violently on the floor next to me.
Ew!
Well, that's in her room as well. Sorry, I'm not feeling great.
Me neither. My stomach is all gurgly since I pressed that button.
Okay, what's happening on the ship though?
I'll ask Nicholas for some medicine. Wait here.
No. Go together. Before I could voice my protest, she was gone. If we had in fact changed dimensions, there's no guessing what could be out there. I scrambled to my feet, briefly checking that I hadn't thrown up on myself, and chased after Shizuka. We're gonna see her dead. She's gonna be killed by something, or someone. I'm guessing zombies, really. I don't know why. I lost sight of her, and I ran towards the medical bay, hoping that this was her destination. I arrived panting and sweating, with a mixture of exhaustion and nausea.
Oh, this must be our scientist.
Huh?
Yep.
Here you go.
Okay, so you don't know us? I just barely crossed the threshold when Nicholas thrust a glass of water and 2 tablets in my hands.
These should settle your stomach.
Okay, why do you trust us? I hesitantly took the tablets from him.
They are not poison, I can assure you.
Shizuka smiled and motioned that I should take them. I obliged, and with moments, my stomach had settled. Wow, they work so quickly.
Well, I did originally create these primarily to settle stomach discomfort caused by dimensional travel.
Pardon? You know what about dimensional travel? Nicholas turned to Shizuka.
Is he always like this?
Always.
Okay, and so Nicholas knows that we're not us?
Very well. I will give you the opportunity to ask me 3 questions, after which we need to inform the captain of your arrival.
Okay, then. She's gonna put on a cold, crone voice.
Pick wisely. The fate of the world depends on them.
You be quiet. Right, Nicholas, since you're so omniscient, it's changed. How do you know about the pocket watch?
Your parents have been working on their multiverse theory, as well as how to traverse those dimensions, since before I was born.
Okay, and so this is the one where they succeeded. And you know them?
I've known them since the day I was born, and I last saw them mere hours ago before they also left this universe using their watch.
God, our parents are terrible. And I just missed them?
Yes, but perhaps it requires a swap. 2 people leave, 2 people arrive.
That makes sense. That would explain there's 2 different numbers, like we came from number 41 and we came to 59, right? That would only mean there's a limited number of universes. Is that what my parents said?
No, merely a thought experiment on my behalf.
Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Nicholas. How many people are on this ship? How many people are on the ship?
Including yourself and Shizuka here, 9.
That's still not as much as it should be. Could you please tell me the names?
That should count as your 3rd question, but I will let it slide this time.
Okay, thank you.
Beatrix, Katashi, Yoshiki, Kimiko, Vladimir, Melody, and myself, Nicholas.
What happened to Sora? How many Delusion games have, do you know who Dai is?
Sorry, did you say die?
Okay, so that's a no then. You don't know them then?
I'm unaware of this. Is it a person?
No, it's I's corrupted programming that manifests itself as an evil version of I.
Evil how exactly?
Forces us into a killing game. In our dimension, she had already killed 4 people.
Oh, I see. No, to my knowledge she does not exist in our world.
So the captain is not the captain. Good.
Very well, your questions are answered. Please accompany me to the bridge so that I may introduce you to the captain.
I'm stupid. Well, actually, maybe. It could be Kimiko's mother. Shizuka and I both nodded in unison, and we tailed close behind Nicholas as he headed out. Nope, it is. Okay. We found the captain and Beatrix deep in conversation.
They had better be useful, or else I...
Okay then. The captain and Beatrix turned to face us far too calmly for them not to be forewarned of our arrival.
Welcome aboard the ship, Shizuka, and...
Okay, and so Shizuka's not a part of this crew? Not usually, right?
Thanks, Captain. It's great to be here.
Beatrix, it's good to see you.
Yes, everyone always feels that way. However, I'm not familiar with you yet, so please keep your eyes and your hands to yourself.
This is definitely interesting. Okay, and I'm enjoying this twist. This twist is where she does not have the advantage of having us being knocked out for, like, what, 2 days? Because that's how this game started, I believe. This was most certainly the same Beatrix.
May I ask for your last names?
I don't have one.
Mine is he.
Hi, he.
Pardon the interruption, Captain, but I have been able to successfully read their personal chips, which bear the Everett signature.
We have personnel chips.
And?
Shizuka is registered as the second daughter of the Himuras, and is the son of Patrick and Deborah.
Our parents' names is Patrick and Deborah.
The Himuras only had one child, and the researchers had none.
Way to go, Shizuka. You sent us to this. You sent us to the dimension where our parents never had any children. I wasn't born in this dimension.
Apparently not. Sucks to be you.
You're an idiot. Neither were you. Yeah, hey, neither were you. Shizuka's face slowly dawned on the realization that she indeed was also never born in this world.
Guess I wasn't.
You should not be happy about that.
Very well. May I ask what both of your skill sets are?
She's the navigation officer trained by Sora, who's apparently not on the ship. And there's, linguistics, also gamer, whereas mine's literally just the same as my parents, I guess, which would be multi-dimensional research.
I was originally trained in linguistics, including programming languages. I have, however, recently learned navigation.
Yep.
As the child of the Himuras, linguistics was expected, but navigation? How did you come to learn that?
Because of Sora.
Oh, the navigation team was murdered by our AI system.
I thought Shizuka's response was a bit blunt, but it certainly spelled out our issue in no uncertain terms. Both the captain and Beatrix winced at Shizuka's sledgehammer subtlety. Yep.
Very well. And you?
I'm a researcher specializing in physics and quantum theory.
And that is how you ended up here?
Pretty much. I know at Shizuka. With a little help from this one, yeah.
Both skill sets are very welcome aboard this ship. You will be assigned private quarters.
Cool.
Just one is fine.
No, we'll take 2.
I was not aware you were a couple. My apologies.
We're not.
I prepare a family quarters for our new guests.
No, shut up, Shizuka.
Yes, Captain.
You stop dragging us into... Right. Well, actually, no. I guess it would be advantageous to share quarters because then we can strategize, I guess, and keep... Also, I'm the vampire in this time... Well, in this timeline, I guess, but not in this dimension. How will the game continue? I turn to attention to us.
If you would follow me, I shall show you to your quarter.
Captain, I need to return to my own dimension and fix the problem there before anything else. No. Stay here. We stay alive. I mean, Sora is apparently never here. Yoshi's here. We could be best friends again. Katashi's alive. I guess we're gonna have to introduce Shizuka to her own parent and sibling.
Do you have a pocket watch?
We did. Well, no.
Until you do, you would best make yourselves comfortable.
At least you know about the pocket watch. The captain signaled that for Shizuka and I to follow I to our room. Reluctantly, I obeyed. The room was littered with gadgets and toys, and Shizuka didn't hesitate before she began examining everything with a flurry of energy.
I hope you find the living arrangements acceptable.
Can't complain, I guess.
This is perfect, I thank you. Well, almost perfect. Do you have video game consoles?
Why would you don't exist in this dimension?
Of course. What we do have is set up in the recreation room. Please use them at your leisure.
Also, think about all the progress you didn't make in this dimension. What? God. She got left a burning trail as she motored out of the door, presumably to the rec room. I face me, being the only one left.
Captain has requested your attendance at dinner in the Eco Lounge, 6 p.m. sharp.
Thank you for letting us know, You're always reliable. I will be there. Don't know about Shizuka.
Very well. If you would excuse me, I must see to the running of this vessel.
Thank you. My head was still spinning, utterly overwhelmed by everything, when an excited Shizuka exploded back into the room.
They have unicorn's revenge!
Unexpected? Don't you have that at home?
Well, yes, but my version is broken and the code is all pieced together by me. They have an original copy! An original copy!
I shoved the game cartridge. She shoved the game cartridge right under my nose. Is it Redan? She's got looked appalled and insulted as she withdrew the cartridge, as if I were not worthy of being in its presence. She stood there, staring daggers at me. Sorry.
One day you'll appreciate it. Until then, I'm gonna play the heck out of it!
Don't break it. She usually once disappeared, and I decided to investigate the lab in hopes of another pocket watch. I guess we'll keep it there for now then. This is really unexpected, really, so... because we didn't immediately die. With that, I hope you had fun, and hopefully I can see you on the next one. With that, goodbye.